What's up, guys? Jesse back to my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a review for Monday Night Raw that just finished right now. So let's get into it then. With the segment with Rhea Ripley started the show and stuff. So a live shot of Ripley exiting an elevator showing. Then we get the Goodfellas kitchen scene, single camera shot as she walks through the backstage area all the way out to the stage, where her theme hits and the crowd wars. She says Liv has been walking around that entire time with something that's hers, and it's not Dominic Mysterio. It's the WWE. It's the WWE. I'm sorry. It's the WWE Women's World Championship. Ripley then calls Morgan out to the ring. The theme for Dominic Mysterio hits. Instead, the crowd boos as Daddy Dom makes his way out with his purple cow vest on. He tries to talk as he heads to the ring with the single rose in hand. Aka Eddie Guerrero and China. The crowd chants "You fucked up" at him and loudly boos over anything he says, per usual, as he tries talking to Ripley, who has her back turned to him. We hear another voice. Liv Morgan appears on the big screen, and she says she's sorry about her voice, which is almost gone because she's had a long weekend in Mexico, and she's known to be a screamer. Yeah, that's true. She brings up her vow to take everything from her. She boasts kissing Dom and says it's good she's back, but now Liv lives on top. Dom tells Ripley it's not like that. Ripley ignores him. She tells Liv her revenge tour ends when she finally gets in the ring with her. She says she waited 3 months and she can wait a bit longer. She challenges her to a match at SummerSlam. She warns Ripley that she's not the same little Liv she remembers. She touts helping Dom beat his deadbeat dad, Rey Mysterio, something Ripley couldn't do. Ripley, I mean, she accepts Ripley's challenge and tells Dom she hopes to see him to see him there. Ripley says she knows she'll see her soon. She says at SummerSlam she not only ends her revenge tour and her title reign, she's going to end her career. She drops the mic and says, "Watch me," and blows a kiss right into the camera, all the while continuing to ignore and not even look at Dom Dom. Can't say I blame her because he's annoying. All right, first match is coming up is Sheamus versus Bronson Reed. We see more arrival shots of superstars in action tonight, and then we return inside the Nutter Center where the theme for Sheamus hits. Pat McAfee proclaims it "Fight Night, baby," as the Celtic Warrior heads to the ring. Um, heads to the ring to kick things off with our opening match of the show. As he sells inside the square circle, we shoot gears into a quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, we see Dom still following Rhea Ripley around, trying to apologize. Ripley sees the Judgment Day clubhouse decorated and asks, "What's this?" Dom says he wanted to do something special. She throws flowers in his face. He turns and sees Damian Priest having a good chuckle over this. Back inside the arena, Big Bronson Reed and makes his way out. The bell sounds and off we go. Oh yeah, but yeah, well, they didn't say it right here, but she threw everything at Dom. So before they went to, you know, the match and stuff. So after some early back forth action, we see Sheamus set flying on the floor by Reed. He fights back and beats down Reed near the commentary disc, but with McAfee getting caught up in the chaos, Cole asks if McAfee is alright, and he says he is. On that note, we head to a mid-match commercial break. As the match continues, when we return, we see Sheamus hoist the massive Reed for the white noise for a 2 count. Reed hits a big sit out powerbomb to take back over control of things, but not for long. As Sheamus shifts the momentum back in his favor and picks up the win after the match, we see Reed about to sneak attack Sheamus from behind, but Pete Dunne prevents it. Alright, Sheamus goes to thank him, but Dunne again wants nothing to do with him. Walking away, when Sheamus turns, Dunne hits the ring and attacks Sheamus from behind. With Sheamus still down, Reed climbs the top rope and hits a big tsunami. So winner is Sheamus. Alright, next match is Zelina Vega versus Linda Vale. Backstage, we see Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley catching up with Until Dom. As if he can talk to Ripley, he tries making up again, but again, she isn't trying to hear it. We head to another commercial break. We return Mount Cole breaks news regarding the pulled pork sandwiches returning to Bojangles. Big news, folks. Special WWE collector cups included. All right, Sami Zayn catches up with Ilya Dragunov backstage, and the two talk about their main event tonight for the Intercontinental Championship. A lengthy Gunther video package airs, hyping his upcoming challenge for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We then see Zelina Vega dropping pipe bombs on Sonya Deville's forehead, as always Stark and Shayna Baszler's Dominic Mysterio style mustaches. All right, inside the arena, Zelina Vega's theme hits, and she makes her way out. For our next match of the evening, we head into a pre-match break room turn. Sonya Deville makes her way out, and the bell sounds. This one doesn't last long, with Deville picking up with the win after an assist from Baszler and Stark at ringside. After the match, the beatdown continues until Kane Carter, Katana Chance, and Lyra Valkyria made the save. So winner is Sonya Deville. Alright, we have a segment coming up with Damian Priest and Gunther face to face ahead of the WWE SummerSlam. Alright, backstage, we see Dominic Mysterio approach Damian Priest and ask him why he didn't warn him by Rhea Ripley being here last week. He says he tried to, but he was too busy with Liv Morgan. Up comes main event Jey Uso, asking if the rumors that Rhea Ripley is single are true. Dom is talked into fighting Uso later by Priest. We head to another commercial break. When we return, we see Adam Pearce in the locker room talking to some referees. When Chad Gable comes in and says he has cracked the code, he says Uncle Howdy is Bo Dow's. Duh. He says he saw them talking last week, and once the details, Pierce says it was private and that Bo is here tonight. If Gable wants to talk to him, Gable says he's gonna call him out later and handle things himself, like always. Yeah, like always. Alright, inside the arena, we hear All Rise as WWE World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest makes his way out to the ring for his scheduled face-to-face showdown with Gunther. Have their upcoming title tilt at WWE SummerSlam. Cleveland Cole points out they never competed one-on-one before, but they will at this year's SummerSlam Premium Live event on August 3rd. Alright, next match is coming as Damian Priest versus Braun Strowman. Alright, but the segment is still going. So Priest says he's got a match against Braun Strowman, but everyone knows what is advertised for tonight, so he wants to do it right now. He calls out Gunther. The theme for the ring general hits, and out he comes. The two take turns in a typical promo battle, insulting each other, with Gunther calling Priest street trash. That's so messed up. They have a very rough face-to-face, nose-to-nose push fest until Braun Strowman's theme hits. As Strowman makes his way to the ring, the show heads to a quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, we see the main event Jey Uso and Pierce talking. Uso versus Dom is made for later tonight. Up comes Braun Breaker, who is critical of Pierce for giving Ilya Dragunov a shot at Sami Zayn tonight. He tells him he's gonna beat them both up. Pierce says he anticipated that, so he calls a ton of security to make sure he leaves back inside the arena. The bell sounds and official off-running with Priest versus Strowman in our next match of the evening. Strowman outmuscles Priest in their first lockup and then flexes and wars to boast that fact. Strowman continues to dominate the action. He knocks Priest out to the floor and calls for Strowman Express in the ringside area. Priest ends up sending him over the barricade as he charged at him. Strowman clutches his leg and yells in pain as we head to a mid-match commercial break. When we return, Strowman fights in the lead until his knee gives out. Priest hits his South of Heaven, chokes him on the big man for the win. After the match, Gunther's theme hits. Out he comes as Priest is celebrating his win. Gunther walks right up to him and chops the hell out of him. Priest blasts him back and sends Gunther retreating from the ring. Alright, so winner is Damian Priest. Alright, next match is Kane Carter and Katana Chance versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Backstage, we see Chad Gable in the background overhearing the former Alpha Academy crew talking about someone they feel bad for that needs help. Gable walks up and says it's good they've got that behind him because he's figured it out. Bo Dow's his Uncle Howdy. They look at him like that's obvious, and then tell him they weren't talking about him just now. Xavier Woods walks up and they tell him that since Kofi Kingston is about to be out for a few weeks, they would like to help him and take out the Final Testament and get revenge on them next week. Gable throws a hissy fit because they are offering to help Woods, but not him. Inside the arena, the theme for Kane Carter and Katana Chance hits. Out they come for our next match of the evening. Joining them in their corner at ringside is Live Valkyrie as they sell inside the square circle. We should get into a quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, we see Video Package looking at WWE Super Shows in Mexico this past weekend back in the arena. Sonya Deville accompanies Shannon Baszler and Zoe Stark to the ring. The bell sounds and off we go. After some more back and forth action, we see Carter and Chance hit a cake stand on the floor as we head to a mid-match commercial break. As we settle back in from the break, the fast-paced, high-flying offense from these four continues, culminating with Stark launching their position overhead and Baszler catching her with the high-flying knee on the way down for the pinfall victory. So winners are Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Alright, we have a segment coming up. Drew McIntyre and Pierce and stuff. Alright, the Pat Strider comes out for McAfee and Cole to review the Miz's performance of 17th party hole at a big celebrity golf tournament over the weekend, which included Travis and Jason Kelch. And Judgment Day clubs out, we see Dom telling Rhea Ripley that he's got main event Jey Uso tonight. She says if he's stupid, he says he'll go cancel it. She says if he's a coward, he just wants to show Uso and everyone that she's still his mommy and belongs to me. She gets offended and walks off as he says he didn't mean it like that. We head to another break. Alright, back from the break, we see Raw GM Adam Pearce in the ring for a scheduled meeting with Drew McIntyre about his finding suspicion. He calls McIntyre to the ring as he makes his way out. We see footage of McIntyre's rampage at Money in the Bank post-show, which is why he got suspended. Pearce says he thinks they're on the verge of something special. When McIntyre, Pearce says he knows the people want the match with CM Punk. He says he knows Punk is at home like he requested it. Doing everything he can do to get cleared because he wants the match. Pearce says his only question is, does McIntyre want the match? McIntyre says he knows full well he wants nothing more. He says good and tells him he needs to get past the pettiness and the drama before the match. He tells McIntyre to look at him, and when he's talking to him, McIntyre assures him he's ready and asks if the crowd is ready for CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. They roar and break out in a loud CM Punk chant. Alright, Drew says they're ready. He tells Pearce he's the one with the power. Pearce says there's one more thing he wants him to do. McIntyre says anything. Pearce calls the two referees into the ring that McIntyre assaulted at the Money in the Bank Pro Show. He tells Drew to apologize to them for what he did. McIntyre asks why he would do that. Pearce insists he apologizes. McIntyre says at this point you're trying to embarrass me. He says just make the match official. Pearce says that got hurt and McIntyre needs to acknowledge it and apologize for it. McIntyre hesitates and fans break out in a say you're sorry chant. McIntyre walks over to them and takes a deep breath. No, he says he refuses to apologize to referees after all they've done to screw him lately. He rants to Pearce and again about all that Punk did. McIntyre says Pearce deserved that elbow. He says everyone should be on their hands and he's apologizing to him. He says he would never accept an apology from CM Punk. He says he wants Punk's head on a spike. Pearce tells him he's still suspended if he doesn't. McIntyre stops as he was leaving the ring and turns around. He shoves both referees down their asses. He gets in Pearce's face, but then Seth Freaky Rollins' theme hits. Rollins runs down to make the ring to the ring, and he and McIntyre brawl. Rollins knocks him down and goes on a stomp, but McIntyre slides out of the ring. Drew storms off to the back in a huff, and the explosive segment comes to an end on that note. Alright, we have another Y6 tape. Alright, excuse me, I'm sorry guys. The commentaries at ringside, McAfee and Cole show video package of the Pat McAfee show being invaded by the Y6 once again. A VHS tape delivery. Cole introduced the video now, which play we see Eric Rowan sitting on a chair. He gets emotional as he talks about being part of a family that is no longer here. He says the whole world changed around him. He says he lost a brother. He says he picked himself up, dusted himself off, and moved on because that's all you can do. He says then his other brother died. He begins crying. He says he fell down a well. He couldn't move and was numb to the world. He says, I'm just rolling. He is asked how that makes him feel as a sheep mask is thrown to him. He says it gives him hope. He says he needed help and saw he had a purpose in life, a purpose to help others like himself. He says the sheep mask reminds him of that beacon of hope. The video cuts off and wraps up on that note. Powerful stuff. Man, I was emotional when that popped up. Man, I was fixing to cry. Man, two brothers he lost. I mean, friends, brothers. Yeah, sad. Alright, that was powerful right there. Alright, next match is Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus main event Jey Uso. Back inside the arena, the theme for Dirty Dominic Mysterio hits. Out he comes for his scheduled match against main event Jey Uso as he sails into the ring for the match where he will attempt to defend Mommy's honor. We should get into a quick pre-match commercial break. Come on. Alright, when we return, we see tweets from Triple H hyping up Jelly Roll for SummerSlam and songs that will serve as official themes for the biggest party of the summer. From there, main event Jey Uso makes his way out as Cole and McAfee has some fun at the commentary desk in the ring. Dom Sneak attacks Uso from behind. As the action continues, we see a replay of Dom attacking Uso to start things off, with McAfee saying, we were all yeet in hand. The another center, and then this happened. How can you not love Pat McAfee, folks? Yeah, everybody does. We see Dom yelling at Uso and to talk about his mommy as he beats him down some more. The action builds to the floor. We see gears into mid-match commercial break. When we turn, we see Liv Morgan run down to the ring, and once again Dom is knocked onto her. She rolls over on top of him and mounts him. She leans down. She leans down to kiss him, but stops when Rhea Ripley's theme hits. Out she comes, and Liv runs through the crowd to avoid her. Back at ringside, Dom follows Ripley around like a puppy dog, apologizing some more. Ripley yells at him to get back in the ring. He does and walks right into a spear and an Uso splash for the loss. Uso gives Ripley the call me hand sign after the match. So winner is main event Jey Uso. Alright, we're almost finished, guys. Alright, we have a Chad Gable calls out the Wyatt family segment. A video package from Ilya Dragunov ahead of tonight's Raw main event for the Intercontinental Championship airs. When the wraps up, we return inside another center where Chad Gable theme hits out he comes to call the Y6 Bo Dallas. As he sells in the ring, we cut to a special look at the new Twisters movie, and then we head to a quick pre-commercial break. When we return, we see Dom approached by Ripley backstage. She hands him a flower and says, I don't belong to anybody, you belong to me. Dom smiles as she walks off. Yep, you belong to her. Back inside the arena, Chad Gable sells in the ring with reels, and the biggest mystery in WWE history, Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy. He calls him out. Bo Dallas comes out with no music in his regular clothes. He heads to the ring, but is attacked from behind as he headed to the ring by the Creed brothers in suits. They beat him up as they bring him to the ring where they hold him, and Gable continues to pound on him. All the while Dallas is smiling and laughing. Gable hits a big suplex drop that drops Dallas right on his head. Yikes. Dallas crawls into the corner and laughs and says, yeah, yeah, yeah. We all know that one. Fans chant, you still suck. Gable loses it and grabs Dallas by the face and asks, what's so funny, and was Bo Dallas laughing at? The lights in the building go out. The single piano note begins playing for a huge pop as fans chant, you fucked up at Gable and company. By the way, they didn't bleep it out at the you fucked up thing. Chant, I'm sorry. The Y6 group Shadow appear on the stage. That lantern pops up into sight. They begin slowly walking out together, and somehow Uncle Howdy is with them. Even though Gable cracked the code and proved he was Bo Dallas, they surround the ring, which Gable and the Creeds are still in. They end up leaving the ring, and Bo Dallas, still in his regular clothes, drops to his knees in the middle of the ring and starts laughing as the Wyatt Six, including Uncle Howdy, surround him and lay the lantern down, and they all pose together. We then head to another commercial break. Simple but awesome stuff with the Wyatts as usual. That was a good one. Alright, main event match coming up is WWE Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn, who is a champion, versus Ilya Dragunov. Main event time. But first, W announces Zayn Punk return. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, the theme for Ilya Dragunov hits. Out comes the Mad Dragon for his big Intercontinental Championship opportunity. He settles inside the square circle, and then the reigning defending champion Sami Zayn makes his way out as Cole plugs his comedy show for SummerSlam weekend in Cleveland. Okay. Just making sure. After some early backfire gets things started, we see Zayn hit a big high spot for the ring, 2-4 out, and drag it off. A super low motion replay of it is shown as we transition to a mid-match commercial break. When we return, we see Dragunov settle into a prolonged offensively. Dragunov has Zayn down and out on the floor, and to make matters worse, he pounces on him from the ring apron with an H-bomb. He rolls lifeless Zayn back into the ring and comes off the ropes with a coast-to-coast shot that sends him crashing to the canvas. Dragunov comes off the top rope but lands on Zayn on his knees. Alright. Sorry. Yeah, so, yeah, it was a good show tonight and stuff. So, yeah, it was crazy, this show tonight. So yeah, yeah, Braun Breaker, yeah, showed up at the end and stuff, and yeah, and they didn't put it on here. I don't know why, but anyways, so yeah, Braun Breaker got nobody won the match, so, but we all know Sami Zayn is still the champion, Intercontinental champion and stuff. So anyways, that was it for this video, and so yeah, and Braun Breaker speared Zayn and Ilya Dragunov. So yeah, anyways, and towards the end of the show, he was hovering over him and stuff, you know, posing and all that over Zayn. So anyways, it was a good show tonight and stuff, but the one that got me was the videotape and the Wyatt Six. But you know, I'm glad Rhea Ripley's back. So, and excuse me. Anyways, that was it for this video. Hope you like it or not, whatever. Whatever. But if you like, subscribe, hit that bell button, leave a comment or whatever you guys want to do. If you don't, I don't care. But anyways, that was it, and I see you guys in the next video for AEW Dynamite. All right. Sorry. Hold on. Laters.